Hola, mis amores. Today we're doing Spanish. Try to make this quick to not bore you guys. Okay. We are learning about infinitives, which remember in English it's to infinitive and beyond. So it's to plus a verb. To run, to jump, to fish, to eat, to drink, to write. Okay, anything that has the word to and then a verb, that is an infinitive. To infinitive, okay, it needs that to. That's English. So this class we're learning, it's Spanish, but we call it language because we're learning about Spanish and the English language. Okay, so in English, an infinitive is that's what we just talked about. Now, Spanish is a verb that ends in er, ar, or ir. And I have that written down. You guys are going to follow along on the sheet that I made for you guys. Okay, so we're learning how to conjugate verbs, which it's when we have a main part of a word and we're changing the endings to give more information on who we're talking to, or the mood or the tense. And we'll learn about those later. So we did comer. We did yo como, tú comes, ella o él come, nosotros comemos, ellos o ustedes, them or you guys or they, comen. So the ER and the IR are going to have the same endings. They're going to, yo is always going to end in o. Tú is always going to end in s. Él o ella, he or her, is always going to end in e for both. So if the infinitive, like if you look down on, you'll see the word escribir ending in ir. We're also going to change that to e for some of the endings. And later on we'll realize why we do that. Not yet, no. Are you talking about for Judah and Anaya?
7:52.
I mean, you can try, yeah.
I don't think the Amanda's awake.
Okay, that was your cousin. Okay, so
The best cousin.
we're going to do correr. Okay, so follow along on your infinitive sheet and you will see yo corro. Okay, all the endings are going to be, for yo are going to be o in present tense. Yo corro. Tú corres. Notice how we're ending s with s. Él o ella, we're going to do corre. Okay. Nosotros, we, corremos. So we're adding the mos for nosotros, for us or we. Ellos or ustedes, them or you guys, we add an N, okay? So you can see I highlighted all the endings in those different conjugations. So they're gonna be the same for correr, comer, for any infinitive ending in ER. And now we're gonna move on to the IR words. We have escribir, which means, well, we know it means to do something, right? Because it's ending in IR, which means it's an infinitive, and in English, infinitives are to do something. Escribir means to write. Yo escribo, tú escribes. I know it ends in IR, but we change it to ER. It's actually more simple that way because we make it just like the same rules for the ER infinitives, like comer or correr. Okay, so we have yo escribo, tú escribes, él o ella escribe, nosotros escribimos, ellos, them, or ustedes, you guys, because it's the same thing, we use the same word, escriben. escriben. So we use, so and look at the endings. And then decidir. I messed up right there. Decidir means to decide. To decide. It's an infinitive. To decide. Yo decido. Tú decides. Él o ella decide. Nosotros decidimos. Ellos, ustedes deciden. So you'll notice that it's the same ending. And even if you don't know what a verb is in Spanish, if you hear a verb that you wouldn't know, like if you hear the word agachar, if you don't, I doubt you guys know what agachar means. So if you were to hear agachamos, you don't know what the verb means, but you know who's doing it if you go by these rules. Who are we talking about if we say agachamos? Check on your paper and see who we're talking about. So what that means is like to crouch down or to kneel down. If you guys checked, you'll have seen that we're saying nosotros. We're talking about us or we, okay? So it's really, really important to learn these endings. It's like it's a fundamental building block. It's got to be from the bottom, and then we're going to build and build to the top, okay? Anyway, I hope that wasn't too much information. Let's see. So infinitives in English means to, then a verb. In Spanish, infinitives end in 3 different things: AR, ER, or IR. Okay, those are infinitives. Now we know what they are in English and what they are in Spanish. I want you guys to remember the to infinitive and beyond. Okay, just a silly way to remember what they mean. Oh, okay. So as we move on, we'll do more verbs, but it's even more important that we learn the endings in these. Because last week we did AR ending. So keep that paper, or we'll go back to that and practice that too. So caminar. Did we even do that? AR. I'll add that. Actually, the AR, I'm going to add that right now just so you guys can go over that. AR is the same thing, except you swap the E for an A in words that end in AR. You'll see what that is on your worksheet. Anyway, love you guys.